The time is 5 o'clock, and it's time now for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this Tuesday evening, January 31st, 2017. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins here. It is 5 o'clock, and here are your news and odds on this Tuesday evening here. And our top story at the 5 o'clock hour is Senate Democrats are raising questions about whether Steve Mnuchin, President Donald Trump's Treasury Secretary nominee, deliberately misled lawmakers at his confirmation hearing. The city of San Francisco filed a lawsuit today challenging President Donald Trump's executive order that directs the federal government to withhold money from so-called sanctuary cities that limit cooperation with the federal immigration enforcement agents. Slack, the business app that lets teams of users communicate, share files, and other service and work with each other, has taken off like wildfire since launching 3 years ago, with 5 million daily users, 1.5 million of them paying today. Apple Incorporated said demand for its iPhone 7 helped deliver record revenue and in sector quarters that declines, but the new device failed to lift profitably as margins came under pressure. Washington, an executive order protecting federal employees from anti-LGBTQ discrimination that was first signed in 2014 by President Barack Obama, will continue under President Donald Trump, the White House said Tuesday. ESPN's Stephen A. Smith said he didn't interested in seeing LeBron James and Charles Barkley apologize to each other and wonders whether LeBron's recent public statements have been spurred by his fear of the Warriors' dominance. Quebec City, the suspect charged with gunning down 6 people in Quebec City, Moscow, is known for its far-right views and expert to be attracted to Rio about a French far-right politician, according to several news reports. U.S. officials sharply condemned Iran on Tuesday at provocative and irresponsible after it conducted the first missile test since President Donald Trump took office. London, the British government is determined to trigger negotiations in the UK withdrawal from the European Union by March 31st, lawmakers told Tuesday. Thursday leader Brendan United Trump brings friendship and risks. Yates said he was not convinced that the defendant in the executive order that established those policies was considered a response to dissent for what is right, not that she was convinced that the order was lawful. President Trump's executive order on immigration set off a wide and political and legal quest of 1 week of the presidency. President Trump is bringing his top 2 candidates to the Supreme Court to the White House on Tuesday, according to tension ahead of this primetime court announcement. That's State Department and keeping on Trump's bet goes out at U.S. embassies. UH-60 Black Hawk helicopters born in first Combat Aviation Brigade, one of first Aviation Division over the Jalabad Airfield, landed zone in eastern Afghanistan. In Westbrook, Connecticut, the 10th Anniversary Council invited students to write essays detailing the impact of white privilege in their lives, on top of which some residents found offensive. Looking at the wire sources here. The U.S. Army will send M182 Abrams main battle tanks along the Baltic countries of Latvia, Estonia, and Lithuania along Russia's border ahead of a NATO operation. Colombian Civil Aviation reported said it was searching for a Cessna 172 Scout that went missing near the border with Venezuela. 2 helicopters crashed in a reconnaissance mission against rebels in the Democratic Republic of Congo, killing 2 Russian pilots and a Congolese officer. Britain's lower house will discuss a petition calling on the government to prevent Donald Trump from entering the country for a state visit. China's state tabloid edition and Internet rebuking South Korea for their joint decision to deploy a U.S. missile defense system on the peninsula. 2 Saudi frigate crew members died in an attack by Houthi militant suicide boats west of High Yemen, quoted state-run Saudi press agency. Russia and North Korea discussed a plan to expand real cooperation between the 2 countries. Mark Christensen, a Missouri man convicted of killing a woman and her 2 children, is scheduled to be executed Tuesday. The state's prosecution since May. U.S. Capitol Police on Tuesday arrested dozens of protesters opposed to the repeal in the Affordable Care Act during a protest in the Senate office building. Senate committee gave approval Tuesday to Betsy DeVos, Rick Perry, Ryan Zinke, and Linda McMahon, while Senate Democrats boycotted votes on 2 candidates. Homeland Security officials said Tuesday almost 900 refugees will enter the United States this week amid President Donald Trump's new restrictions. Elaine Chao, one of 13 is president cabinet Tuesday, giving an easy approval to the Senate to serve as President Trump's translation chief. President Trump told lawmakers and drug makers at the White House are cutting astronomical drug prices and offer to help them with quicker approval of medicine. President Donald Trump will sign an executive order that will direct federal agencies to conduct internal cybersecurity reviews. 1 driver was critically injured and 4 others suffered minor injuries in an icy pileup on Interstate 495 south in Plainville during heavy snowfall Tuesday afternoon. In Rehoboth, a mother and her children were driven from a 3-mile street home after a fire Tuesday morning. Exxon boosts capital budget but takes $2 billion on charge from XTO. Deal. It's sometimes difficult to get into detail. Direct transfer from President Trump to surrogates and economic policy. During a campaign, he slid past subsidized making sweeping claims that I under a Trump administration. Bank of New York Mellon Corporation across 10,105,964 shares of Procter & Gamble Company. You can hear those around you, but you can't speak. You can feel touch, but you can't touch back. You can see, but you can't move, but you can blink your eyes. The ruins of Machu Picchu, with this in 1911 by Hiram Bingham and appeared in a satellite image. The U.S. National Ocean and Atmospheric Administration is home to the world's largest atmospheric someday. It announces data from the United States and other countries, many of which rely in ways that covers understand everything. Facing an end to the possibility of repeal, Americans can still stand up for health insurance coverage for 2015 at the end of the day. The Hague Animal Observatory in the Netherlands has have an 8% responded to images of their fellow creatures on a tablet upon the tinfoil obtained by the Dutch press. A news article survives. No one who grew up in the Barber sisters, psychology researchers at the University of Cambridge, have found that children are more attached to their pets than siblings. Science has been somewhat divided on the breakfast question. Some studies have suggested breakfast is the most important meal of the day, at least an important meal of the day. And now, look at your stock buy report at 506. The Dow down 104 points at 19,864.09, and SP 5 down 243 points at 2,270.87. Nasdaq up 1.07 at 5,614.79. Russian 2K up 9.49 points at 13,682, and VIX up 11 cents at 11.99. European markets tax down 147.58 at 11,535.31. FTSE down 19.32 points at 7,099.15. CAC down 35.7 points at 4,748.90. FTSE MIB down 160.67 points at 18,590.73, and stock 600 down 2.43 points at 360.12. Asian markets Nikkei 19,41.34 and change. Shanghai up 9.61 at 3159.17, and HSI down 32.39 points at 23,360.78. ASX 200 5,620.91 unchanged, and Kospi 20,657 unchanged. Oil markets up 17 cents at 52.80. Brent up 45 cents at 55.68, and natural gas down 99 point at 3.133. RBOB gas up 200,000 point at 1.5252. USD HO 1.6141 up 5,000 point. Silver up 423,000 point at 17.575. Gold up 60.10 at 1,212.10. Copper up 705,000 point 2.7255. Platinum 4.90 at 998.40. Palladium up 16.10 at 734.55. Bonds, yes, year 2.466%, down 17,000 point, and 110 yield 0.437%, unchanged. Japanese 10 yield 0.087%, up 5,000 point. UK 10 yield up 1.26%, up 8,000 point, and France 10 yield up 1.048%, up 7,000 point, and in EFX, European US dollar 1.0795 unchanged. US dollar WTN 112.84, up 6,000 point. Great Britain US dollar 1.258, 1,000 point, up 4,000 point, and US dollar CAD up 1.303%, up 2,000 point. USD CHF 0.9892. Alright, looking at commodities on this Tuesday evening here. Wheat 420.5 up 6.5. Soybean 124 and a quarter up 1.5. Corn 309.5 up 1 3/4. Sugar 20.49 up 18 cents. Coffee 149.55 down $1.60. Cotton 74.98 up 84 cents, and rubber 9.55 down 21. And cocoa 291 up 13. Live cattle 150.60 down 575,000 point. Lean 69.10 up 2. And FT cattle 122.55 down 1.35. All right. Peter Channel News time is now 5:08 on this Tuesday evening here. Look at that New England report 2 hours ago in Springfield, Massachusetts. That final learning room at Wingate Healthcare addresses 215 Boston Highway. Unknown extension. And now look at your sports at 5:09. The North Lancers boys basketball game against Hopkins has been canceled due to the snow. They'll be making up tomorrow. And the Boston Bruins will be taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning, game time 7:30 p.m. at the down in Tampa Bay. Atlanta, with one thing you do, that's even though the Atlanta Falcons were on the way to the Boston Green Bay in an NFC Championship game with some kind of celebration. The Women's Bantamweight Championship issued a public policy running to Barcelona on Tuesday after some remarks that she made for a 48-second knockout win at UFC 207. And the Atlanta Falcons offensive coordinator almost lost the Super Bowl game plan at opening night. One of the most top secret offensive users was misplaced at Super Bowl 51's opening night that led to the future NFL coach panicking. The all Saints filling out the coaching staff with encouragement. So all new faces. Christmas just between the Saints and the wide receiver coach according to source. Feeling the same all year. Peter Childers, I'm 5-10 on this. Tuesday afternoon, and it's time now for a travel report on this Tuesday evening. Beep! Let's imitate with the subway system. It's looking good on a commuter rail, and the ferries, they are all looking good. But on the highways and byways of New England here, last time we checked, it's slow go. Oh my! Highways and byways of Connecticut are slow go. Rhode Island Providence vicinity are slow go except the 95. It's a little smooth from Wesley down to Warwick. 24 is looking good from Tiverton down to Fall River. But otherwise, all the highways and byways of southeastern Massachusetts, central Massachusetts, western Mass are slow go because of the snowy conditions here. 495, it's looking good from Stowe all the way down Lawrence, and highways and byways from Mountain North to Maine are looking good. Interstate 87 to southbound side is backed up around Route 11 in Champlain, New York. Interstate 87 to northbound side backed around the 3 down to Route 7 in Troy, and New York State 3 backed up from Albany down to Schenectady. Peter Chandler's time. And the pike is looking good from Worcester all the way down to Springfield and all the way to Stockbridge here. Peter Chandler's time is now 5-11 on this Tuesday evening here. And it's time now for a weather report here. Alright. Our current conditions here in North Massachusetts at the 5:11 p.m. here. 26 degrees, our temperature 2.26, humidity 99%, brown pressure 82 inches. Alright, look at that. Current conditions around the region, it's 28 in Boston and Beverly and Gloucester, it's 27 in Bedford, it's 26 in Fitchburg, 21 in Worcester, 27 in Taunton, 25 in Taunton, 27 in Norwood, 24 in Plymouth, 26 in Bedford and Provincetown, 25 in Falmouth, 27 in Chatham, Martha's Vineyard, 20 in Nantucket, it's 25 in Providence, 25 in New Bedford, it's 30 in Block Island, it's 33 in Montauk, it's 30 in Middlesex, 30 in New York City, 32 in Bridgeport and New Haven, it's 27 in Denbury and Meriden, and 25 Waterbury and Hartford and Winslow, 23 in Springfield and Orange and North Adams, Massachusetts, it's 21 out in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, 26 out in Albany and Surrey Springs, New York, 25 in Rutland, Vermont, 25 in Bennington and Brattleboro, Vermont, and Keene, New Hampshire, 23 in LaCroix, New Hampshire, 27 degrees in Concord and Rochester, New Hampshire, 23 in Portland, Maine, 28 in Manchester, New Hampshire, 28 in Nashville, New Hampshire, 26 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Here. Alright. Looking at snowfall reports so far. Rehoboth at 2.2 inches, Westport an even 2. Here Norton 1.65 inches, and New Bedford and North Titan at 1.5 inches, and Taunton 1.1 inches of snow. Alright, looking at the surface map around the country shows a low pressure system pucked around Western New York around the Buffalo, Toronto area, and it's stretched over front of eye from Eastern Ontario, stretching down to Western New York and then around West Central Ontario, and some warm front from Northeastern Ontario down to Western Quebec. A cold front from Ontario stretching down to Saskatchewan here, and a front from Ontario stretching down to Minnesota down to South Dakota, and a station front stretching all the way from British Columbia, curving around the Rockies and stretching it away down with a warm front from Oklahoma stretching with a station front from Arkansas down for Kentucky, and a cold front from Kentucky down from Pennsylvania, and a pink front down central Pennsylvania down New York, and a warm front from Maryland out to sea. And for my warm front off the San Francisco Bay Area, and a high pressure ridges in the Northern California and Oregon, and coming over the metropolitan region of the Rockies, and some low pressure sand ridge in the middle of it around southeastern Oregon, northern Nevada, and southern Idaho with a front and a low pressure around Idaho, and another low pressure around northeastern portions of Washington State, and high pressure ridges off the Baja California and Gulf of Mexico and eastern Kansas. Here, 33 degrees in Detroit, 37 in Pittsburgh, 56 degrees in Washington, D.C., 73 in Atlanta, 74 in Miami, 79 in Brownsville, Texas, 80 in Dallas, Texas, it's 40 in Kansas City, 42 in Omaha, Nebraska, 39 in Chicago, 37 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 20 in Great Falls, Montana, 41 in Seattle, 54 in San Francisco, it's 69 in Los Angeles, and 58 in Las Vegas, but it's 20 in Salt Lake City, 60 in Denver, 57 in Albuquerque, Mexico, 78 degrees out of Phoenix, Arizona. Okay, let's take a look at radar, and it shows snow covering much of eastern Massachusetts and central western Mass, and much of Connecticut and around Rhode Island and eastern tip of Long Island and stretching around from Yonkers and stretching up in the eastern New York State and on the central portions of New York State and on the northeastern Pennsylvania and a lull in the action around Stoughton and around Easton and Brockton and down around Taunton near. And some patches of snow showers 7 Vermont and around Amherst and Nashua and parts of Hampshire. And zooming you out. Snow showers off the main coast of central and eastern portions of New Brunswick. Snow showers in the central and eastern portion of Nova Scotia and southeastern portions of Prince Edward Island. Some snow showers from Pennsylvania stretching on the northeastern island and on the Michigan and on the western Ontario and northeastern portions of Wisconsin and the UP and Michigan. Some spotty snow showers from Wisconsin around Minneapolis, St. Paul region and up on North Dakota and run of line of snow showers from South Dakota stretching on the northeastern portions of Nebraska. And some rain showers on eastern Missouri and St. Louis and on west central portions of Illinois down on Southern Indiana and the north central again. Some rain showers off the Virginia coast. And a line of snow showers stretching from Nebraska, stretching on South Dakota and around the Northern Rockies and around southern Washington and the northeastern Oregon. Some rain showers in the northeastern portions of California and in the northwestern portions of California and up the San Bay region here. And some spotty snow showers around Nevada. And some spotty snow showers around Alberta and some rain, sleet, and snow showers around Alaska. Alright, let's look at it. The satellite loop and it shows a line of cloud wall action coming to much of the northeastern portion region stretching to Norway and down for West Virginia and coming to much of Great Lakes and around the northwestern portion of the country and then coming to much of Canada from British Columbia and on Ontario down to Quebec and coming to much of the Canadian Maritimes. Alright. Alright. And we got a little cyclone-like style and a storm center way off the California coast here. Alright. Take a look at forecast discussion around the region here. Low pressure will bring a widespread cumulative snowfall to the region this evening and early Wednesday, and the remainder of the week will trend colder with a blustery condition at times and another shorter snowfall sometime late Sunday and Monday, and widespread snowfall will continue across the region this afternoon. Several musical events have deployed south of the mass packet, which resulted in the visibility below 1/2 SM. Those bands of the condition with the middle level of Genesis and strong lift with the snowcraft region snowfall rates of nearly an inch are possible under these bands with domestic rate. In fact, looking at the latest breakdowns, appears to be roads out snow covered across Connecticut and Rhode Island and begin to slick across southeastern Massachusetts and Cape, and these meso bands out continue over the next few hours before coming in and closer to 0Z. Have adjusted snowfall forecast to bring some heavier amounts near the south shore. Otherwise, thinking with a snow main on track. Tonight, surface will develop in near response to the digging short wave across the region. This low passing near the benchmark and another surface low across upstate New York and the southern low will move northward with a river Zealand and an inverted trail over that ridge region. Anticipate light snow at the evening within the overnight hours. Many spots have the snow to come to an end from south to north to midnight. Before the snow wraps up in Wednesday daybreak, location across the higher terrain when closer to the Massachusetts coastline will be see some enhancement in snow mats wall. Upper level supports that appears to be lacking. The guidance does not show good. Low level convergence right along the eastern coast and persistent and initially fall will bring it in a more moist area. And when the snow growth region closer to the below 8 Celsius, there meaning enough lift to help to enhance a bit. In the end, snowfall amounts will generally be 2 to 4 inches, and a few areas seen closer to 5 inches still cannot rule out the outside 6-inch report, but probably appears to be low at the time. Alright, winter weather rising until 4 a.m. on Wednesday morning. Most of them messages went on away from the south coast as well as northern Connecticut has a type snow, circulation 3 to 5 inches. Still will continue this afternoon, brief period of early snow over the next few hours. Impact of the evening commute. Snowfall rates may breach 1 to 2 inches per hour for a brief time. Snow to taper off from south to north overnight. Untreated roads and walkways become slippery as if there are conditions affected during the evening commute in temperatures in the mid-20s. I would have advised you for snow means that periods of snow will cause primary travel difficulties and be prepared for snow-covered roads and limited visibility and use caution while driving. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. For tonight, snow may before 10 p.m. Low around 25 degrees. Live wind with anticipation 9%, no circulation 1 to 3 inches possible. Wednesday, clouds skies occurs cover and most of the times about 44 degrees. West about 6 to 13 miles with gusts as high as 26 miles an hour. For Wednesday, most of the coast cover about 26 degrees. West about 3 to 7 miles an hour for Thursday. Most sunny, mostly crisp, about 3 to about 19 degrees. West about 5 to 10 miles an hour for Friday, sunny podcast about 31, low about 17 degrees. For Saturday, mostly sunny podcast about 30, low about 17 degrees. And for Sunday, chance of snow, percent mostly cloudy about 35, about 27 degrees. Temperature 30%. Monday, mostly sunny podcast about 40, about 25 degrees. And for Tuesday, mostly cloudy about 43 degrees. Peter's weather threes of the day. A tricky Tuesday night on tap with the snow. That's Thursday, I'll be back. Good evening, and that's going to be for Peter till 5 o'clock Tuesday night. Tuesday evening, during 31st, 2017. I'm Peter to give a good evening, goodbye, 82, and I'll see you at 11 o'clock for a late night report. Good evening, and stay safe in the snow.